Nothing like a hike after 2 long days of work. 2 long stressful days. No better way to clear the head than to be out here by myself, listening to music, talking to the Lord, being grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful for mercy and grace, forgiveness and love, understanding. Some people turn to drugs or alcohol or other things. And I'm not perfect. I'll fall short every single day. I guarantee you, more than once a day, the Lord shakes his head and says, "Oh my goodness, child, when are you going to learn? When are you going to learn?" I don't know. I just did that loop. I love this place. Close to home, Barren River State Park. There's a deer. Hello. There it goes. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. It's a beautiful day. My car was showing 77 degrees and there's very little humidity. It's perfect. Perfect day for a hike. Be back later. If any of you, my friends, enjoy golf, this golf course is absolutely beautiful. I've never played golf. I've played mini golf, but I don't think that counts. Just wanted y'all to see how pretty this is. So this is the main nature trail. If you ever want to come out here and walk. You could push a stroller or even a wheelchair actually on it. There's some holes. You know, it's an old trail, and there's some roots that come up that's kind of growing through in places. Just look how pretty though. That's the golf course. It's really pretty after a rain because all the water's flowing and it sounds like you can hear the water flowing. But see how the roots are coming up. Some places it's worse than others. I know I've taken a video here before and I don't remember what all I got in it. So if it's duplicated, sorry. I know I went up there one time to that pond. There's a pond there and there's a pond up on top of that hill too. See, here's a really good, I don't know if you can tell how, that's a pretty good bump. I'm moving a little slow today because I was here, let me see, when was I here? Saturday? Yeah. On Saturday, I hiked Dumont Hill and here, and I got 8.5 miles in, and I'm still sore. So I'm taking it a little slower today. Today was more about the mental, working through some stuff mentally, spiritually. Of course, it's good physically too, work out these sore muscles. There's pretty good root coming up. But you know how life brings you unexpected challenges and you think everything's just moving right along just as good as could be, and then all of a sudden something happens and messes your whole routine up, your way of thinking up, and you didn't have time to plan for it. You didn't have time to, you know, get prepared on how to handle it, and you've just got to figure it out. So that kind of happened to me. And it's been a very difficult challenge. Nothing I can't handle, but I mean, it definitely caused me to have to reevaluate the way I do things. It made life a little bit more difficult. But as time went on, it, you know, became a little more bearable, and I don't know, I'm still working through it. I take things very personally, because when I do something like my work, at work I give it everything I've got. My team is my family. I'm at work almost as much as I'm at home, so I put a lot of effort and thought into my team, because I've been in a job and on a team to where I wasn't valued and wasn't heard Didn't feel appreciated. I felt like I was just a number. And I don't ever want anybody on my team to feel that way. I try to get to know them on a personal level. So, you know, there's a fine line when you're in management. There's a fine line that you got to be careful not to cross. Because when you're at work, it's about the business. But when you're a people manager, it's about the people too. And I love my team, and they know it. They know when I'm happy with them, and they know when I'm not. But I'm not one of those managers that talks about people behind their back. Hang on, I'll be back. There's somebody coming. Anyway, I'm not one of those managers that talks about other people behind their back. If I've got a problem with one of my operators, I talk to them. I go to them and we talk about it. We get it out. We, figure it out and get over it. Once it's out and over, it's over. I don't dwell on it. I don't, hang on to it. I don't feel like I should have to do that. If I'm doing my job correctly, I should only have to say it once, take care of it, and it be done. But anyway, saying all that, I take it very seriously. I've worked very hard to get where I'm at. And I know I'm not perfect, and I know I mess up. And I probably say and do things I absolutely should not do or say. But I do think that every single person that works under me or with me can genuinely say they know that I care. 100%. They know that I care. So when something unexpected happens, out of the blue, that completely takes you by surprise and makes you have to change the way you do things. When you thought everything was going just fine, I don't know, I can't help but take it personal. I feel like I could have done something different. What was I doing wrong? Was I not paying enough attention to notice the difficult things this, somebody might have been going through? I don't know. The person that I am, it just makes me question myself. And there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, we need to check ourselves daily. We need to make sure that we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing. Are you in the Lord's will? It's like me hiking. It started doing it for my health. And it's kind of turned into my calling. I know that when people watch my videos, I know that they're touched. I know that it makes a difference, even if it's just for a minute. So if somebody can see Jesus through me and my flaws and my faults and my messes that I can make out of something, then anybody can make a difference. You've just got to be willing to step out and do it. I'm not comfortable making these videos. I absolutely hate video calls. I really don't even like talking on the telephone. There is a little bitty tiny lizard under that leaf right there. Oh, wrong way. Watch him jump out and scare me to death. Ah! There's a little bitty tiny lizard. He's so cute. Just got to keep on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on. Push through. Overcome. Be an overcomer. You know, and then through all of that big surprise thing that happened, some people's true colors have been revealed to me. I won't go into that, but sometimes things happen purposely for us to be able to see things we need to see that otherwise we were blind to. And that for sure, I have definitely gained some knowledge through that. Anyway, I was saying my kid, like, I don't like talking on the phone and video call, and I don't know, I just don't like it. So for me to be doing these videos, it's getting a little bit more comfortable, but it's still very awkward. But if it reaches somebody and helps them, lets them know that they're not the only one struggling. You know, things are never what they appear to be. You know, you don't ever know what's going on behind closed doors. Everybody has got their own demons. Everybody's got their own messes they're dealing with. I've never been one to really hide some things I'm going through. There's some things that I'll never share. Just because it's shouldn't. But just know that you're not alone in your struggle. You're never alone. There's always somebody who can relate to what you're going through. There's always somebody there to lend a helping hand. You definitely got to be careful who you trust. Because there's always some people. There's always that one that you feel like you could trust with your life, and then come to find out, nope, not the case. I'm going uphill. I'm struggling to breathe. I'll be back. Okay. Here's these purple flowers. They are absolutely the best smelling flowers I think I have ever smelled. They're very aromatic, like I can smell them from all the way over here. I have no idea what they are, and I'm afraid to go over there because I know that the chiggers here are really bad. So I am not getting in that grass. So if anybody knows what kind of flowers those are, they could be chigger bushes, I don't know, chigger weeds, I don't know. But I did also read the other day that the chiggers are really bad this year. Like, people are getting them just from being out in their yard. kids are getting into them just from playing outside in the yard. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Typically they're prone to staying right around these specific certain weeds, like the white. I don't know, we was growing up, those white. I don't even know what kind of weeds they are, but anyway, we always just called them chiggers because we thought that's where the chiggers were always at. But from what I understand, they're really bad this year. That looks like a fruit. What is that? Is it just a leaf turned the wrong way? There's bumblebees over there and a butterfly. Look at that pretty butterfly. Aww. There's butterflies everywhere. Bumblebees and butterflies. See all the bumblebees? I'm going to have to go see. Chiggers or not, I'm going to have to see if that's a fruit of some sort. It is. What is that? What is that? Okay, I'm getting out of the grass. Stomp them off. Don't know. On a good note, my husband is feeling better. He's really been struggling the last couple months, being really, really sick. He quit taking his treatment because he was not able to enjoy life at all. He was stuck in his recliner. High fever and vomiting and just no energy and feeling bad. So he's finally feeling better, and the weather being as good as it is today, I think he might get out and try to go fishing. Of course, school's back in now, so all his fishing buddies are at work or in school, or maybe he'll wait until his friend Thomas gets off work. Maybe they'll go out on the boat or something. I don't know. I hope he does something, though, to enjoy feeling better. I got home from work. I was a little late getting home. I had to stay over and catch some stuff up. And he had been researching some camping spots for us and was wanting to take me camping at Mammoth Cave. But after the stressful couple days I had, I was ready just to get out here and get to walking. Work through the stress I'd already gone through, and I didn't want to add to it by having to pack everything up and go set up a tent spot and all. Just bleh. So I decided against it. I'll probably regret it. Mammoth Cave is my favorite place to camp. I told him I'd rather wait until my weekend off, that way we could leave, have things ready, and then leave like Thursday when I got home, and then that would give us 3 full days. Actually, we wouldn't have to come back until Sunday because I don't have to be at work till Sunday night. So it makes the setup and tear down a little more bearable when you're able to spend more time there. But we hadn't been camping since we went in June for Father's Day at Bailey's Point. And all the grandbabies were there. We had a good time, but it wasn't no relaxation whatsoever to that. So when I go to Mammoth Cave, I want to be able to enjoy it. All right, I'll be back. Well, I'm back at the start. But I've only gone a little over 4 miles. Probably about 4.5. My goal is 10. So, I'm gonna keep on going. I think I'm gonna go over, walk on the golf course a little bit. This is also good motorcycle riding weather. I think maybe if John's still feeling good tomorrow, we may have to get the two-wheelers out. It's been a minute since we got to ride. Because one thing about riding an Indian motorcycle, they're air cooled. And when the air is like 100 degrees and the engine of that motorcycle is 2 million, that 100-degree weather, the air is not going to cool that joker down. And it gets hot. Maybe ride to Mammoth Cave. That'd be a good idea. That's a nice ride too. As soon as I get into the park and I'm surrounded by the trees, just peace comes over me. Something about the trees. I've done a lot of soul searching in this video. I think I've done a lot more than I usually do, actually. I usually try to keep my thoughts to myself. But this was absolutely for my mental health, so I'm working through it out loud, I guess. Ain't this pretty? Such a pretty trail. I'm wanting to go right there, but I'm not walking through that grass because I don't want to get chiggers. A buddy of mine got ate up with some chiggers. Oh, and I just seen my brother. I should have took a picture of him. I was walking out there by the road. My brother and my nephew and a kind of an adopted nephew. They all work for the state road department. And he was over there getting some information or something and happened to drive by right as I was walking by there. My baby brother. They just got back from a ministry trip in Abington, Virginia. And had a really good time. I thought I was going to be able to go with him this year, and it didn't work out. So, how do people that play golf feel about pedestrians walking on the golf cart trails or whatever you call these? Like, if there's a golf cart around, I'd get out of the way. I mean, it's not like I'm in the way or something. I just wondered if it was like one of those unsaid no-nos. I don't know. If I ain't supposed to be, there might be some people who say no, get off that. You don't need to be walking over there. And if they're nice about it, I'll say, okay, I'm sorry. But if they're hateful about it, I'll say, too bad. Oh, they've been riding through the grass. It's just so pretty. So I came back up here to this pond on top of the hill. Oh, there's a pink golf ball in there. I believe I'm gonna have to get that. Yep. Believe I am. Are chiggers in rocks? I hope there ain't no chiggers in these rocks. Surely not. Oh, there's a road. Huh. Thought I heard a deer snort, but they blow, whatever. Isn't it pretty? Some kinds of bugs. I hadn't seen any fish. Well, I made it to the end. Looks like that was a road to something at some time, maybe. I don't know. All right, more later. I got it. I got down in there and I got it. Super soft. Callaway, number 3. Whatever that means. It's pink. It's pretty. It's mine. Almost dropped my phone. More of the golf course. I've never been up in here. It's just so pretty. I wonder how many people actually stop in their golf cart and notice the beauty of what they're standing in or riding in. Sometimes you need to walk. When you get to going too fast, you miss things. Sometimes you need to slow down and just walk and listen. Because sometimes there's something important that you need to see. Warnings, open doors, signs, sounds. It's like coming up to a railroad crossing that doesn't have the crossing arms that come down. You wouldn't just go flying through there. You would stop. Probably roll your window down and listen. Definitely be looking. Make sure there wasn't a train coming. After driving a school bus for many years, it taught me to be a very defensive driver. To think about everything possible coming up that could happen. Expect somebody in front of you to do exactly what they shouldn't do. Expect that car stopped at that stop sign or that red light to run it. Don't think that they're just going to do what they're supposed to do, because more than likely they won't. That has also helped me become a better motorcycle rider. To take heed and take warnings and watch for warning signs and sounds and be prepared and always have an escape route. I actually feel safer riding my motorcycle than I do my car. Because in a car you've only got a couple different things you can do to get away from danger. On a motorcycle, you got more. Plus we have the ambassador angels that ride with us, so we've even got more protection. Let's slow down. Pay attention. Maybe if I hadn't been in my comfort zone, thinking everything was good and nothing was going to change, and maybe I would have recognized warning signs or something to have better prepared me for what I was going to have to deal with. All right, more later. Found more water. There's some people up there playing golf, and I just heard a golf ball hit that pond. I don't think they'll be getting that one back. There's no telling how many thousands and thousands of golf balls are in these ponds around here. Can you hear it? I love that sound. Well, I made it to 7 miles and my legs are hurting pretty bad. So I think before I overdo it and not be able to hike tomorrow, I'm going to go back to my car and call it a day. I'll walk some more later. I got to take the dogs walking, but I think for now I'm probably done. So thanks for joining me today and listening to my thoughts out loud, working through some stuff. If you've watched it all the way through, if you think of me, say a prayer for me. Yeah. We can all use a little prayer. And let me know if you need prayer. Let me know and I will do the same for you. Okay? Have a good day.
Down here, the Pentecostals, they're like...
Well, it depends.
Well, take the back.
Look at what a pretty little head on a little baby.
Look at it, he's so cute.
It says ex-Allen auctioneer to be resentenced after probation violation. A judge found that a former auctioneer committed a bid rigging violation, violating his probation, and ordered him to